NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
Michael Jordan's not the GOAT.
Why? What is your argument? And
It's
I'll tell
very
you
simple.
mine.
Very simple.
What?
Well, Michael Jordan.
So
has
who is
lost.
the GOAT to you?
LeBron James is the greatest basketball player that's ever played basketball.
That's ever played basketball. This is where I wish Ronnie was here because we had a big argument over.
I don't want to hear about the
why-
Russell and the Will Chamberlains. They were playing against our neighbors. Have you seen them play basketball? If you believe in evolution, then you know that LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time. Okay, with all due respect, the guys playing against, there are people like Giannis from Milwaukee. I saw him live. You know the Greek Freak, Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Can't even make it to the finals. This guy's a pterodactyl. He will leap from one end of the court to the other and dunk it, and this guy can't make it to the finals. Meanwhile, John Stockton and Karl Malone's over there fucking pick and rolling. I don't want to hear it. You have to understand. Michael Jordan had the best situation any athlete's ever had in sports history. He had the best GM, best coach that created the triangle literally for him. Okay?
I don't think he created for him. But.
Oh, Phil, he did. I mean, it didn't show up until he was coaching Michael Jordan, right? Phil Jackson. And he used that. And by the way, the triangle was so effective, he used it again later and won a title with a different batch of guys.
Another three-peat.
Okay, yeah. So, what he did with the Lakers, too, the triangle, right? And he
Yeah.
did it in New York, didn't work because they
They won a three-peat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice.
Which wasn't mentioned. Oh, we'll talk about that, too.
By the way?
Because I shed some tears yesterday during the Hall of Fame fucking shit. So we'll talk about Kobe's
I haven't
bullshit.
seen that.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait. But let me just throw out Michael Jordan, the best situation. Best GM, best coach. You had Scottie Pippen, who was the best Robin in the world. And then you had the best Tony Cook. Tony was basically the best international player in the world. That's like having Dirk Nowitzki at this point, or somebody that was the greatest. Then you had the best defender and rebounder, Dennis Rodman. Then you had Horace Grant, who was a very good enforcer. You had goddamn Johnny Ainge.
For the first three.
Fine.
That wasn't even the greatest Bulls team. The greatest Bulls team was that 72-win season.
Okay, and then who beat a 72-win team?
But who didn't win the finals? It don't matter if you win the regular season.
So who gives a shit about the 72-win team?
I'm trying to help you on your
LeBron beat a 73-win team.
Okay.
So Jordan had I get it. But Jordan won a 72-win team.
So you know that's why he won,
and then the Warriors beat that record. So that record, you can't even talk about a 72 wins because another team did it. And that team lost to LeBron James.
I will talk about that. I will talk about that because, again, it doesn't matter how many wins you get during the regular season. You better finish it in the finals.
LeBron has been to the finals every year. No, Warriors are garbage. I don't want to talk about that. I will never. And Warrior fans, you pieces of shit. I grew up in the Bay Area. I've never seen a Warrior jersey until fucking 6 years ago. So shut the fuck up. And then, by the way, what they did with that whole Kevin Durant shit, disgusting. You win 74 games and you get the goddamn Kevin Durant on that team and you win 2 titles and you want to pat yourself on the back? Come on. Yeah. LeBron James did create super teams.
Klay Thompson?
Well, yeah. Well, LeBron James created super teams not by creating one, by beating the Warriors team where they had to create a super team. And now the Nets have a super team, and it's just ridiculous. He's the GOAT.
And I'm not sure if I said this already on the podcast. So if I did, I apologize, viewers, all 14 of you. But I will tell you why I think Michael is the greatest.
I'd love to hear it.
And this is a very simple argument.
And I'll put the mic down. I won't even interrupt you. I want to hear this nonsense with both of yours.
The NBA was falling apart when Michael joined the league. They put all their chips on someone that fucking delivered. This man single-handedly brought back the fucking NBA to what it is today and made it marketable. And so to do that, that's why I give him. I'm not even going to count the rings and all the shit that he did. It was just the fact. Do you know how hard it was? Do you know how hard it is for anything for Nike? Did you know Nike was like the fourth or fifth selling shoe at that time before they signed Michael? And then now it's the number one fucking shoe company in the world. Like, just to deliver for multiple companies to bet on you and you to come and deliver that shit, That's why I think he's the greatest. Because of the financial shit. It's not even the basketball shit. It's to have faith in somebody and their abilities and him saying, I got you. It's like someone coming up to you, Kabir, and you're going to be on TV.
I will let them down.
Yeah.
Easily.
I know you would.
Wrong person to bet on, buddy. I'll give you a short list of people you should bet on. But that's all I can do for you, buddy.
And them saying, hey, Kabir's going to we're going to get him from here to here at the end of the year. And you fucking bam, 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 bam.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because honestly, even this picture right here.
Yeah, it's really hard to have a conversation while I'm watching this guy. I'm not sure if he
actually, and I'm going to say this, and I love fucking Michael Jordan, but I'm not even 100% sure if he won that year's dunk contest. And that's why I don't like Kobe, is because at least he went against a Dominique Wilkins that year.
Yeah. You don't like Kobe?
I don't fucking like Kobe.
He's dead, and you don't like him still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just...
I'm a Blazer fan.
I wish I would have owned a helicopter sooner before they got rid of fucking Shaq. You know, I got a Shaq jersey because I felt like those two should have worked it out. And that probably would have been a great fucking team if those two crybabies would have stopped.
They didn't need to. They both won a title without each other. They both won a title without each other.
No, I think Shaquille earned his title.
Dwayne Wade was a fucking psychopath there.
And so was it was a great
Kobe
fucking
won
team.
it with Paul Gasol, Lamar Odom.
I will say okay, let me take that back. I will say Kobe won one of those rings. He shouldn't have won that fifth one. That was bullshit. If you ever saw that shit where the Celtics lost, the Celtics were winning 3 quarters, whooping their ass. The fourth quarter starts, and I bet you that somebody called it in and said, hey, you're supposed to stop playing basketball because Kobe needs another ring. That's why I say fucking sports are rigged. Same reason why I have a fucking Chris Webber jersey, Sacramento, bunch of bullshit.
They got robbed.
Bullshit. And it came out.
No,
we were
Kings got robbed. Up. But that was they had the
so
ref.
Ever since that year, I haven't trusted fucking sports.
That has nothing to do with Kobe, though.
Oh, that has nothing to do with Kobe. But when it comes to Kobe,
what about the Blazers? They robbed them, too. I mean, they robbed the Blazers blindly. With Damon Sotomayor, Scottie Pippen.
I thought you were going to say not against this team.
Well, they could
maybe that's why.
Too, but
maybe that's why you don't give this man respect because he bitch slapped your team.
And that's
Portland Trailblazers.
That is the difference between LeBron fans and Jordan fans. I will always give Jordan respect, but when Michael Jordan fans, not yourself, I've had this conversation obviously 300 times with other people. They will always say that LeBron James is not in the same league as Michael Jordan. The minute you say that, you have no credibility whatsoever. Okay, it's 1A and 1B at best. And now you don't want to say LeBron James is even in the same category. That's fucking insane.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they're both beasts.
He's a better rebounder, better assist. He makes his team better, and
he's not a better defender.
No, because
Jordan was a fucking. No. And that's he had the best all-around game, and he worked at it.
He had a fucking army around him too, though. He had an army.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, come on. You come on.
The difference is
he had an army.
The stories. Did you watch The Last Dance?
I did.
This dude was
every
a fucking
single second of it.
Beast.
And when it comes to a mental game, there's nobody in any profession that was more of a psychopath than Michael Jordan. I'll give you that. There's nothing like that.
Maybe Kobe, but it was a carbon copy.
Kobe imitated, carbon copy.
Yeah.
You can compare Kobe and Michael Jordan. LeBron is more of a he's just a different player. But they're both fucking amazing, and I think all three of them are great. I hated Kobe my whole life until he passed away, and I was like, yeah, that sucks because he's such a great person and athlete. Because he was just basically
such a great person.
Face fucking the Blazers. Well, I don't know. I mean, what did he do wrong? I don't know. She's a liar. You didn't think I was rooting for Kobe to get caught? Even I knew she was lying. I was like, yeah, it's probably not right, but I hope he gets convicted anyway. But I want a path to the Blazers West a little bit easier without fucking Kobe. Put him in jail. Let's go. But no. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. By the way, Michael Jordan, I mean, LeBron James does so much for the community as well.
Oh, yeah. That I will say that at least
immense.
He should have fucking spoke up, but
he never did any of that.
None of that. There's a story on Craig Hodges.
I don't blame him.
Did you know that Craig Hodges wanted him and Magic to not play in the finals to make it a point because the whole Rodney King thing that was going on?
Well, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. I'm playing basketball. It's the finals.
Well, That's what both of them. This
Well,
is not
why-
the way to do it.
why would they even think about
This is
that?
not the way to do it. And
Not the way to do. Come on.
I'm just saying.
You're telling
I
Magic
think
Johnson
sometimes
and
you got to
Michael
speak up.
No,
But-
you could speak up and also play, but you
But
could also like.
What I want to know is, was it that night where Jordan did that fucking Gatorade commercial? Because if it was, well, then I'm thankful that they did play, because that was my move growing up. From the right hand to the left hand. That was. If I could be like Mike.
I'll
like
throw another thing
that-
at you, buddy. I can't. I know he cock blocked a lot of great players from winning a title. Okay, I get that. But
Who? Jordan?
oh yeah, oh come on.
But I think that's the difference
But were they
between.
really that
this is what I
great?
was going to say earlier. Is I think the difference between him and LeBron is
LeBron's
again
better.
is he went through a different era, and again it's the evolution, the blah blah
course.
blah, right? But this is come on, Bill Lombardi, fucking.
But
Man, this is when there was real fouls.
Yeah, but
that's what
see,
I'm saying.
That is such a terrible point. I don't care if you could clothesline people in a game. Are they better basketball players? I get it. You could drop kick them in the second quarter.
But that would affect you. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, it would
That
affect you, but it
the
shouldn't
ball
have never been
playing.
allowed to begin with. It's stupid. Now you're playing rugby.
But what's worse, that or flopping? Come on, we've all seen, and LeBron does his fair share of fucking flopping, bro.
LeBron is the most annoying.
People look at him
flopper.
and then they're, oh.
he's so annoying with that.
They just play, and I'm not saying that
He
they both
needs to
don't
stop.
have the same
I get
where
it.
where both of them get calls that
I'm
probably
with you.
weren't
I'm
there.
with you. I'm with you. LeBron,
But
you do
I
understand
think
that
he got clotheslined a couple of fucking times.
Yeah, he got
That's
every
the
foul
reason
call.
why the Pistons
You
fucking
wanna
won two championships
you wanna talk about
before that.
Yes, exactly. You want to talk about foul calls? Kobe Bryant, you couldn't even fucking look at that guy. He was on the free throw. I saw him come from the bench to shoot free throws. What is he doing here? Who fouled him? He's drinking Gatorade. So Kobe was the biggest effect of that one. God bless his soul, love him. But like that was in the middle between Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, LeBron got clotheslined every and he got the free throws. Kobe, you couldn't look at him, but LeBron, I'll tell you, because he's a big motherfucker. Like you can foul him pretty bad.
Yeah.
And they won't. He has to flop to get those calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to overreact because he's such a big guy. Like, if I go like this to you and to LeBron, you don't, it probably wouldn't move at all. And he would just, like, and then there's no foul being called. So he has to go overboard. I don't like it either, but I'm just saying that I think that, he had to kind of sell it because Zion Williamson got, Zion?
No.
He's a rookie. He's like supposed to be the next big guy. Plays for Pelicans. He was getting decked in the paint because all he does is shoot in the paint. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And the coach was like, dude, you got to call these fouls. But he doesn't flop. He's anti-LeBron. Doesn't flop. He broke him. Fucking broken leg. Fucking couldn't play the rest of the season. These guys were destroying him. And the coaches are like, if you didn't, you have to call these fouls because the other players were jokingly saying to the coaches like, oh, just fucking beat him up. Hit him right in the fucking face or in the chest because they're not calling the fouls. And then they would overly do that. And then the guy got injured. So, I mean, it's a two-way street.
Who do you think was the best duo in the NBA?
Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I was big Anthony Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, didn't do anything, though, did they?
They didn't because, again, Shaq's a big baby, I keep telling people. Shaq was the biggest 7-foot baby I've ever seen.
The guy was so dominant, though. Fuck. He was good.
But
And
I
he
think
won those titles.
No, I think he deserved it.
Without Shaq.
But I believe
You throw Vlade Divac in there with Kobe? They're winning maybe 2. It's just not happening.
Oh, definitely.
Shaq went to goddamn Miami and won a title with Dwayne.
Yeah.
Very good stuff.
I think that's my argument on why I dislike Kobe. I was a Lakers fan before all that happened. I liked the Lakers, and then I really started to like Chicago before they won. And Chicago's always been my team since then. They haven't won shit since '98, right? It's been fucking almost 25 fucking years.
They got a
since we
killer
won.
on the team now, though.
But
Zach Levine.
fucking.
Did you like him when Derrick Rose was on the team? Did you remember Derrick Rose when he
Yeah.
won the MVP?
Yeah.
Plays for New York now. 4th seed.
Yeah. Like I said, they've always been my team. I just know they ain't going to win anytime soon. But I just felt like they should have made Kobe work it out with Shaq. Because if they would have,
Rick,
they would have won 2 or 3 more
if I was the owner,
rings.
the salesman that I am, those two would have never gone anywhere. I would have sat them both down and be like, listen, you fucking assholes.
You're going to win.
Hindsight's going to be
Or I'm going
20/20.
to make sure neither one of you play basketball
You two idiots
for anybody.
can win 10 titles in a row. You really going to fucking spit up right now, buddy? I mean, really? I don't care if you talk to each other off the court. I don't care if you don't have sandwiches at fucking Subway after the show. I don't care. You two need to play together, and they would have won probably 10.
Yeah. I think Shaquille had 5 more seasons left in them. They could have won at least 8
They both
rings.
won a title by themselves, so imagine them together for another 5 years. They would have won like 5 more.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, though? But here's the problem with egos, buddy. Can't let that get in the way. Business first. They're both rich. They're both stars. I don't need you. I don't need you. Have a good day. I also understand that, too. I also understand why they split up.
But I felt like the Lakers kind of did Shaq dirty that round. And I get it.
Oh, yeah.
For their business, they're going to keep the younger player.
Kobe asked for a trade. Remember that? 5 years ago, he asked for a trade. He said, I want out of the Los Angeles Lakers. And they're like, you're not going anywhere, buddy.
Yeah.
You know? But you're right. Shaq was, they did do Shaq dirty.
Yeah. And he didn't, I think I seen an interview where he's like, I didn't even know that I got traded.
The guy has a statue next to Staples Center, though, so I don't know how dirty they did him.
Who, Shaq does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful. I want to say he does. Maybe that was Will Chamberlain. But I did see the statue. Very good.
No.
But you know what? At the end of the day, those two egos, fucking blah, blah, blah. And, Kobe won it with a worse team, and then Shaq won it with Dwayne Wade. I mean, it's just, they stuck together. I think it's pretty clear that they would have won another 5 titles in a row.
I was hoping that Shaq played with LeBron. I was hoping he was going to win that with LeBron.
Yeah, he was just out of his he was out of his prime at that point. But LeBron won it with Kobe, with Dwayne.
Where that argument that Kobe made, that if Shaquille O'Neal stayed healthy, ate right, and fucking worked out, he's totally right.
He'd be the GOAT.
Yeah.
But you can't tell somebody what to do.
You can't. But, again, that's where I think the downfall of Shaq, where I'm like, I find that shit hilarious because as great as he was even then, when Michael Jordan decided to take the 2-year off, which was sad in my soul, right? Because I was a big Jordan fan.
It was great for Houston.
Yeah.
Give them 2 titles, huh? Well, Hakeem Olajuwon all of a sudden.
Hakeem Olajuwon just there was no talk about no fucking Shaquille O'Neal. I want to say they swept them.
You want to know who
they swept them?
You know who the second in MVP voting those 2 years that Michael Jordan was gone?
Was it
second MVP?
Was it Hakeem?
Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Scottie was
averaging
nice.
like 34. Like, listen, Scottie Pippen, what Jordan had was one of the greatest situations any athlete's ever had. Without Jordan, I know Scottie Pippen didn't win, and I know he didn't make it past the second round. Actually, he made it past the first round twice, but he couldn't make it past the Houston Rockets.
Because he became a Portland
The guy
Trailblazer.
was a superstar, and he came to Portland and then took us to the goddamn finals, the Western Finals as well. So let's not. We have to understand
Who won that year?
The year that was the Lakers. Those cocksuckers. That was Kobe and Shaq. But I'll tell you one thing though. Scottie Pippen was a fucking baller. There's no player. I put Scottie Pippen over Dwayne Wade, and I put Scottie Pippen over Anthony Davis. So LeBron has not. Yeah. Jordan had Scottie Pippen.
I think Pippen's one of the top 5 players of all time.
Yeah, probably top 10 at least. But I'm just telling you, well, probably top 20. But here's the thing, though. LeBron's never played with anybody as good as Jordan played with. There's no doubt. That's it. He had Scottie Pippen. And
have you met any NBA players before?
I have. I met Clyde Drexler once.
Really?
I almost cried. I gave him the biggest hug. I was at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. I was doing a show. And, I'm a diehard Blazer fan.
Yeah.
And somebody comes up to me. He's like, yeah, there's a couple NBA players. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, it's like blah, 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 and Clyde Drexler. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Clyde Drexler? The man that I watched when I was a child? My icon and my hero? Went right up to him, man. Fucking went up to Clyde before my set. And, oh, man, just give him the biggest hug. He's like, get this guy off me.
I also asked that because...
Oh, and Gary Payton, too.
Oh, I was going to say that because Gary Payton's always at Tommy T's.
I told him that we wasted a draft pick on this kid. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I was like, dude, we drafted Gary Payton III. I mean, you didn't even teach him how to, okay, have a good night.
Nice. You're such an asshole.
Had to be done.
But I tell people, what's funny is
Oregon
is
State.
I've never been starstruck by anything or anybody doing comedy. And I went up not knowing he was in the audience, and I started hosting at Tommy T's, and I go,
Peyton?
I go, is that
the glove?
Is that the glove in the audience? Like, I forgot I was on stage. I just want, And I was like, oh, sorry. Let me get back to my jokes. Like, and I got a picture with him. He was a nice fucking dude.
He's actually a big fan of Tommy T. He's very nice. And also, I met, what is his name? Chris Mullins when I was opening for Michael
Really?
Rappaport.
Oh, yeah. I heard he came
Chris
that
Mullins
weekend.
was
Yeah.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
He's one of your guys, though. He's one of those old school basketball, new school basketball is garbage, and I had an argument with him for like 12 minutes.
Really?
I had to leave the green room. But, like, it was pretty cool, though. Like, I was like, come on, Chris Mullins, buddy.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.